students. In today's video, we are going to learn about the basic definitions of algebra. The topics to be covered at this video are variables, constants, terms. In those terms, like terms, unlike terms, and the basics of algebraic expressions. Now, let us learn. Here we see the basic definitions of algebra. Okay. Usually math is full of numbers, and for those numbers there is a special name given in algebra. That name is constant. So constant, the definition of constant is a number having a fixed numerical value is called a constant. That means 5, 10, 1000, these are all numbers. So these numbers won't change, it is fixed. So in algebra, these numbers are known as constant. Okay. Next, variable. Variable means, usually we know the alphabets A, B, C, X, Y, Z, like that. It will move on, it will go on. Am I right? So these alphabets have a special name in algebra. That's what the variables. So variables means a symbol which takes various numerical values is called a variable. So these alphabets in algebra will take various numerical values as per the problem and the conditions given in those problems. Okay. So these alphabets are known as variables. Already we saw the definition of variables and constants. Am I right? So X is a variable, whereas 5 is a constant. Okay. Individually, these things has a special name in algebra. That's what known as terms. Okay. So by combining these two, we can write it as 5x. This is a term. 10y square. This too is a term. So a term means it will have constant or a combination of this constant and a variable. Okay. These are all known as terms. Right. Okay. In these terms, there are two types. That is like term and unlike term. In these terms, there are two types, like term, unlike term. If those terms have a same variable, okay, same variable means then those terms are known as like terms. If the variables are different, then those things are known as unlike terms. Right? If we want to give an example of like terms means, like terms 5y, 10y, 100y. These terms are known as like terms because the variables are same. If we are giving another example, 1000y square means this is different. So if we compare this 5y and 1000y square, these two are not like terms. These two are unlike terms. Unlike terms because the variables are different. Here only 1y is having, but here y square. Y square means y into y. Y square means y into y. So 2y. Okay. So these two things are unlike terms. So like that, for unlike terms, 1000y square, 100z, 10w. These terms are unlike terms because the variables are different. So in general, if the terms having the same variable means, then those terms are known as like terms. If the variables are different, then those terms are known as unlike terms. Okay. Next, we are going to see algebraic expression. (5x plus 10y). Right. We already know this is a term. This two is a term. Okay. These two terms are separated by a sign of operation. Here the sign of operation is plus. So this is an algebraic expression. This is known as algebraic expression because The terms in algebraic expression, the terms are separated by a sign of operation. So 5x plus 10w minus 3. So this is an algebraic expression which here the sign of operation are plus and minus. Okay. Here the terms are 5x, 10w and 3. Here plus and minus are sign of operation. This too is an algebraic expression because algebraic expression is a combination of constants and variables which are separated by a sign of operation. Right? Formal definition of like terms, unlike terms and algebraic expression are: like terms means the terms having the same algebraic factors are called like terms. That is, algebraic factors in the sense same algebraic that variables. Okay. So, for example, 10w and 100w, same variables. So, these two terms are like terms. The terms having different algebraic factors are called unlike terms. 100w, 100y, because here the variables are different. So, these two terms are unlike terms. Next, algebraic expression. A combination of variables and constants separated by a sign of operation is known as an algebraic expression. For example, 10w plus 10y. So, these two terms are separated by this sign of operation. So, it is known as an algebraic expression. Okay. Next, we are going to see coefficient of a term. Okay. First, consider an example. 9x to the power of 4. Okay. Here there is two type of coefficients: literal coefficient and numerical coefficient. So, literal means alphabets, numerical means numbers. Okay. So, in this term 9x4, 9 is the numerical coefficient of x to the power of 4 and this x to the power of 4 is the literal coefficient of 9. So, x to the power of 4 is the literal coefficient of 9. Okay. 9 is the numerical coefficient of x to the power of 4. Okay. First we have to consider term and we can decide the literal coefficient and numerical coefficient in that term. Okay. In a similar way, x. Here, x means the meaning of that is 1 into x. Okay. This 1 into x can be written as x. So, for this x, the numerical coefficient is 1. Okay. Then for this 1, the literal coefficient is x. Another example, 100e. Okay. Here, in this term, the numerical coefficient of e is 100. The literal coefficient of 100 is e. Okay. Another example, 1000y plus 3. Okay. Here, there is no literal coefficient. It is a constant. Here, the literal coefficient of 1000 is y. The numerical coefficient of this y is 1000. In this video, we have covered the basic concepts of algebra. We have covered the concepts of variables, constants, terms, the types of terms, algebraic expressions and coefficients. Right. Thank you for watching.